Okay, we're live. Okay, so I've been watching people's channels in the financial debt-free community that been going over their wins and fails for the year. And for me, December, I just started really tracking my budget and really making a plan for the whole get out of debt and be more financially responsible and all that stuff. So I'm trying to figure out all my wins and losses for the year, and they're not really like they're not in that win and fail category for me. They're more in the lessons category because they're all just financial lessons. So and plus I'm still debriefing from Christmas with my family, and I really should have stayed home. Like it's really like that. I should have stayed home and not spent Christmas with my family. Like I just can't. And there's just so many things about being around my family and the way that they think and the way that they talk about work and they talk about money, even though they're trying to say that they don't talk about money, but they really are talking about money. Their values and their way of acting like they have no control of things, like they act like they have no power to design their life. And it's frustrating where I, my whole recovery from trauma to where I am now is about taking control of your life and designing the life that you want. My family doesn't operate in that way. They really think things happen to them and everything is a horrible, like, yeah, like they're reacting to things that they should have control over, but they're not thinking in a place of in power and like it's just, yeah, so it's just frustrating. So that's a big lesson for me. So next year, Christmas, I'm really thinking to not spend Christmas with my family for the rest of whenever because I get no value when I go there. I literally leave there more sad and depressed than when I walked through the door. And yeah, and it was a whole thing. I was trying to hold on to my family, but my family doesn't they don't bring me value to my life. So this is where like I just need to divorce my family. And luckily Oprah made a video about sometimes you need to divorce your family and your friends, and that's what's happening for 2019 for me. So that's the big lesson if we're going to go from wins and stuff for 2018 for me. Even though yes, it's not actually it is financial because of the time and money it takes me to go visit my family. Even though they're in my city, they're just outside of my city. They're in the suburb part of my city. So I had to spend bus fare to get out there. And then the subway station I ended up at, my dad wasn't able to pick me up. So then I ended up hopping into a cab that I paid for. So the whole day cost me like $45 when I should have stayed home and probably ordered Chinese food for like $15 instead. So spending time with my family, yeah, I just have to like I need to find ways of either I see them and it's very way or quick and it's very, very short and I'm gone, or I don't see them at all. Like it has to be that way. So now 2019, I have to think about getting my driver's license and having access to either renting a car or maybe buying my own car. But because of the city I live in, I really don't own a car. So I'm hoping that I can be able to rent a car with just newly getting my driver's license. And because of my age, hoping that it won't be that big of a problem of getting a car, of at least being having access to drive a car and be able to visit my family and being able to, if I'm going to go there to see them, I set a timer, I eat a meal, I'm there for 45 minutes and I'm gone. Like it's just that. Like I can't be around them at all. Or if I'm there, like my little brother, he spent the whole time on his phone playing video games with his headphones on. I may end up doing that because I just can't be involved in their conversations. I just can't. And it's not like I can't be in their conversations because I don't understand their conversations. The conversations they're having are destructive in the way I'm designing my life because I don't think the way they do. Like they have this thing of they think it's really hard to work for money when they're trading their time for money. They've been in their jobs for 30 plus years. They're thinking about retirement and they have no design for retirement. They really think their retirement is to sit at home all day and to do nothing when they don't express any hobbies or interests or projects or anything like that. They don't even want to travel. This is what's also frustrating about my family is that they work so hard to come from a country to live in North America where they're told they have opportunity, but they don't create opportunity. So yeah, if anything for 2018, my biggest lesson is that like if you're in North America, US or Canada, you have the power and the ability to create opportunity for yourselves and not sit in thinking that woe is me, I get 40-hour paycheck and I'm waiting for my retirement and pension and that's all I'm going to get. No, you have choices of everything like and it yeah so there's that there's that in itself. So the other thing I learned about was this is what my budget is the thing about my budget I talked about it before my last video is that it's more about my income. It really is. For the budget to work, I need to have the income coming in that is not my victim's compensation, that is going in the places that needs to go to, that's not about paying only my debt. Like, yes, I'm on this debt-free journey to reduce my debt, but I need to make sure that there's 18% of my income going in my retirement account and investments. Like, because I'm in a country that has these financial products that are designed for my future or certain goals I'm working on, I need to put money into those things. Like I brought up a family that I need to focus on making sure there's money in my retirement, and their default is saying I have time. The only thing time works for you with compound interest. If you're under 40 and you're working, you need to put money in your retirement so when you're 65 and over, you're not complaining about you don't have enough money to live on. This is exactly what my family is doing right now. Like they think their biggest investment is the house that they have, that they may have a mortgage on. They're about to retire, which means their income cuts down drastically and they don't have the money to pay off the mortgage, so they have a mortgage-free house. And then they complain that the work that they have is going to tell them they can't work there anymore because they're too old, but they have no plan. They have no plan to generate more income at all. So they're going to sit in this house that may have a mortgage and still have maintenance costs. And because they're not actively working or putting things in investments, they're just going to sit there in their house because they designed it that way of not making sure when they were younger to put money in proper investments that could be liquid faster so they can live a life that's not about let's all work and put all the money in the house and then car maintenance on their cars. I don't live like that. No, I can't. I can't. This is why I rent. Rent means I have the freedom to go wherever I want, whenever I want. Like, it's, I need a break. uh, who's this? Okay, I'll message you later. Yeah, like, because yes, my debt is, I mean, my debt payment, I made 2 payments on my high interest payday loan this month. And now I'm looking at how to pay every week on the loan. So hopefully by the next year, December, it'll be gone. And then my student loan, I want it to be gone. Because my student loan is just sitting there. It's just annoying and it's just sitting there. It's $2,700 and change. And it's not going up. It's not really going down. It's just there at this 5% interest rate, I think it's got. And because of victims' compensation and bankruptcy, and because Canada at the time, depending on when you file bankruptcy, your student loan wasn't going to be fully affected. But yeah, it's just there's rules I know about now that I didn't know until I want to get debt free, that I need to make a choice. And this is where I'm at right now. So like a high interest loan, I got it to rebuild my credit. I'm doing that. It's like for purpose of rebuilding my credit in the high interest loan, it's working out the way it is, which is why I'm getting the Capital One credit card. And yeah, so from recovery of bankruptcy to rebuilding my credit, and me rebuilding my credit is about giving myself options. Like that's just what it is. Like I want to be able to have the ability to have access to credit when I need it for certain things that I'm working towards in my financial goals. That's like the whole thing about it. And then with the income is there. The thing about the income, I just need to get up and get to work. But because of it's just me, there's times where I'm just not as motivated to work as I was when I was younger. When I was younger working, it was really about proving people wrong about everything. And now, because now I know I have the choice where I can cut off people that are not adding value to my life. It's just me. I have all this free time and ability to make as much money as I want, and it only goes to me. Like, yeah, I mean, I discovered I have a new little nephew. He's 5 months old, which is awesome. Based on when I look at when I die, where my money's going to go, it may go to this little nephew. And if my stepsister has more children, great, because I'm not having any. My sister, she's in medical school. So yeah, I like the thing about my family is that they're all in the medical field because they thought that was a safe thing to do for job opportunities. And they all have a heap of student loans. So I'm looking at my student loan and it's $2,700. And to me, it just seems like this annoying little pet following me around. They have student loans that are in the six figures. I will never have a student loan that high. I may have debt that high if I take on that much debt, but probably not. Like, I think my total debt, if I take on more debt, would probably be like $10,000. And it would be at a place where I know I can pay that credit card bill in full every month. While they're tied to student loans. And the thing about my family that I've learned is that they got student loans in America and Canada. It's not like they have student loans in only one country. They decide to get student loans in two countries. That means no matter what they do, they are screwed. And they look at me like I'm not successful because I didn't go to college to be stuck in a medical profession and to be sitting there complaining that the work is going to send me off because I'm too old to, like, the whole thing of like my family and the way they look at work and employment and making money is exhausting because they only look at one option. Get a student loan, go in the medical profession, hate the medical profession, complain everything about the medical profession, and then complain that they have a big ass student loan because they were going into the medical profession. I'm not going, I'm a medical patient. I maxed every free government program provided to treat my mental illness. But these people choose to be medical professionals and tag on a giant student loan that will follow them for the rest of their lives. So even if I go gazelle intense, hardcore Dave Ramsey intense, student loan intense, I will be debt free by next year Christmas. So that means if I somehow decide, let me go see my family for Christmas Day, We do breakfast, we do lunch, we do dinner, and we sit at the table and they talk and we eat food. So if I decide to do that next year, I won't have any debt whatsoever. That means Christmas, when we hand out presents, I can literally hand out everybody a bank envelope of money and hand them money and say, here for your student loans. Because they all have student loans. My dad has student loans. My grandma has student loans. Plus the more, like it's the most, like money wise, when I add up my debt to my family's debt, I'm always less than them. Yes, I filed bankruptcy, but my student loan is still under $5,000. And I didn't finish. I dropped out. Like, I thought I was going to do college for web design and computer something. No. Like, I hire IT people to fix my computers. I hire somebody from Nerds on Site who's a self-employed independent contractor to fix my computer. They're stuck in careers that are going to be obsolete. Like dad's a bus driver. There's self-driving buses now. He's not going to have a job very soon. Like, granddad's retired. He's 77. He's sitting up at the house. He has nothing to do but watch sports all day on television. And none of them are thinking that maybe let me go travel to different parts of the world. None of them are thinking that. None of them are thinking that. None of them are thinking about volunteering. None of them are thinking about like starting a foundation. None of them are thinking of using their time, 40 years of working in some job they all really do not like because it's not their passions. They only did it because the income opportunity in those careers and the possibility of it being a lifetime career for 40 years, and they're all miserable. Every one of them, all miserable. It's just, oh, fuck. Yeah, so 2019, I'm not talking to these people. I'm not. I can't. I literally cannot talk to these people. It's just, yeah. Let me read some comments in here. It's a vicious cycle. Yeah, it is. Because I'm trying to avoid it. So my vicious cycle is trying to like not process the same thing over and over again, but it's still fresh. I saw them on Christmas Day. It's the 27th. I just saw these people. I'm still trying to decompress and filter out all of their negative messages and advice and erase it and stick to my plan. Like that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like I'm really just trying to stick to the plan of what I need to focus on because none of them can give me advice to help. Not one of them. Like I'm making money off of YouTube. I make money from my video ads, the adult industry, like courses, network marketing opportunities, but none of them do that. Like, and because they don't have that motivated drive to make money for themselves, for their own talent or skill sets. Like they've like carbon copied themselves to only fit in one industry and have no extra skills outside of that. It's yeah, like even if they could all do like Uber and Instacart and all that stuff, they all complain they don't have enough time to do it. But they all have cars. Like they all have a car, but they don't really maximize leverage in anything that they do at all. Like it's just annoyingly frustrating. Yeah, which I'm pretty like my brother's like halfway done high school now. So the next 2 years for him, he's going to fall into that line. And hopefully he's smart enough to see that he can make money for himself that have nothing to do with formal education. But yeah, I just have to walk away and let them be in their own circus. So what are the comments again? Increasing income is important. My biggest goal for 2009. That is still my goal. My goal is still to, with webcamming, to achieve as close as possible to a 6-figure earnings from being a webcam model. And part of 2018 was a website that my account's been on since 2008. I finally worked that website this year and I made payout, which means they have processed to send me a check in the next week or two of that check. But so it's not like it's my first check of 2019. It's my first check of 2018 from that company, but because it's processed at the end of the year, it'll arrive in 2019. So it feel like my first earnings of 2019, but everything for me is what did I do 30 days prior to have it come now? So that's the whole thing about being a webcam model is that everything I make today will arrive a week from now or 30 days from now, depending on if I made payout and when it arrives in the mail and the payment method. Like right now, I got to figure out how to open a US dollar bank account that is connected into the US so I can get wire transfers in that account, but I can access it here in my location. Like I'm hoping my bank, when I looked on their website, they have TD Bank America is part of TD Canada Trust here. So I'm hoping when I walk in there and ask them about opening that account, that the wire transfer information is a US wire transfer information. I'm just able to move that money into my Canadian account. So I deal with the exchange rate after. Yeah. So there's that. Or I could still just keep getting checks in the mail and then have my bank have them on hold for 15 business days, which means of me using my curveball emergency account to pay those bills. So either way, it's going to work out. I just need to make sure that I have enough money coming in on a regular basis where I don't really miss out on, the plan of telling my money where to go, paying my debt off, and maximizing my retirement and my tax-free savings accounts. Because that's the whole goal right now. And then like I have plans to meet my financial planner because I kept his contact information, which was a good thing. And I really want him to help me set up investing stuff in Vanguard. So there's that's going to be happening. So I want to do Vanguard low ETF mutual funds and regular mutual funds and just figure out which one of those will be there for me as I age and grow up, where like I can travel anywhere I want because I can. So like if I want to go, well, not really now because it's still holiday season. So like my birthday coming up in February, like it would be nice if I can just buy a ticket and just go, like because my passport's good. Why not? So there's that. So I've been looking at things like that, and then my network marketing team that trades in Forex, we're doing a campaign in January. So that's going to be happening where I'll be learning to trade in Forex. And this, like trading in Forex would be something I really would like to be able to tell my little brother about because trading in Forex is kind of like a video game. You have to watch the patterns, figure out when to jump in, figure out when to jump out. He could so do that. He's on his phone all day long. But because of my family and the way they think about things, they would destroy it. So I may not be able to tell him that. So my only thinking is that with that, me having success trading in Forex and to at least give my family the idea it is possible will only come if they see a material purchase as a result of that. That's the only way, because my family's that awful when it comes to certain things. They only see success based on material items. Yeah, it's a whole thing when I go walk through that door. Like, yeah, like yeah. And now I have an opinion and like, yeah, it's so much easier when I was younger and I got sent out of the room and my opinion was not allowed to be heard. But now that I have an opinion, it's against everything my family tried to teach me growing up. Yeah, like it's exhausting sometimes. It really is. I just really need to like drop in, drop off presents, and just leave. Because, yeah, it's still there. It's still emotionally hurt. And I don't have therapy till next week. Wait, not next week. Um, the week after. So you guys are gonna hear me vent about it for a while because yeah, it's just still fresh in my head and it still hurts and I just need to get rid of it. Right. What else did we learn in 2018? Financial wins and stuff. Um, yeah, the whole irregular income. So webcamming, network marketing, affiliate marketing, it's all commission income. It's all based on doing a lot of work in the beginning to get paid at a future date. And then because of the way certain companies pay me, the checks come in, I gotta go and convert the checks to Canadian currency and hopefully not lose the exchange rate so I have more profit and then do my taxes as and like it's just yeah, like all of that might like yeah, it's like my family likes it's not like they're making it easy on themselves. They're just acting like they have no choice. Like I know all my choices and yes, I list my choices and it's complicated, but I've been doing this choice for 16 years. And my biggest thing about the whole choice that I've created for making income is I was listening to the wrong people. I was literally listening to the wrong people. Like there's so much financial advice out there where not everything you need to follow. Like there's so much of that. Like and my little nephew who's 5 months, I really hope he grows up learning that he can create anything that he wants for himself. Because the system, the old system that's there, it's phasing out. There's certain parts of the old system that are still there, like you still need the foundations of certain things, but the way that you have so much power and access to resources of making money, choosing your living situation, investing in stocks, creating a business, creating income from knitting and handmade items and things like that. Like, I really hope he explores all of that so that he can really decide the type of life that he wants to live. Because I've seen it with my brother. He didn't get those things. They didn't get him to explore anything. It was just like I literally watched him from 0 to 15, and he's missing so many options because my parents won't let him explore those options at all. And his parents, he has his own mom and we have the same dad. But they really gave him a horrible deal of not being able to explore everything. Like I don't think he went to camp like at all. Like or extreme sports at all. Like yeah, like it's this like yeah, like for the stuff I explored, I was able to see and contradict like debate everything about my family. Like I was the type that argued about everything. It wasn't even like my family would tell me something, I would believe it. I would literally find another solution to what they told me because I could never believe the one thing that they're telling me is true. I had to go out and prove them wrong on everything. And maybe it's my personality, maybe it's not my brother's personality. I don't know yet. He's kind of quiet. I mean, he's more passive than anything else. But like, I'm hoping when he goes out there and experiences the world, he can come back and really debate my family and tell them what they're telling them is bullshit because it is. Like, it really is. Because like now I'm sitting here on the internet voicing my opinions about stuff that I've experienced. And there's people going to watch this video that are going to see that there is options for everything. Like like you don't have to follow anything of our parents or grandparents' way of living. There's so many things that we can do now. Like there're just so many, and if you're not expanding to question everything, you'll experience nothing. Like, yeah, I'm at that place. Like, oh my God. So we got two people still watching me. I think I'm about done. Like all my wins and fails of 2018 are really about ignore everybody who's not on the plan. Like my family doesn't even see anything in what I'm trying to do. So like the support system thinking that it's them, no, it's not. My support system of getting out of debt and this debt-free journey is the community of online. So every time I show up and I vent out what's going on, and yes, it always links to my family because they take up a lot of space in my head for certain things. But when I read my books, like I'm rereading, I got Gail. I got a lot of Gail. I got a lot of Gail. Where's more Gail? Hold on. And there's one more. Hold on. For money, Gail has it covered. I still have to get, she has another book of money rules and CEO of everything. I'm going to have to get that book in 2019. Because for getting out of debt, planning for my retirement, what else is there? Yeah, and then this is her Women and Money book. This book is it's huge compared to her other books. Like she updated this book. Yeah, so I gotta reread some of this book again because I did, but then it got to a point where I'm like, when she goes into calculating possible numbers for how much you're paying in debt, what could be in your retirement, the math calculating formulas in the book, I kind of tune out. I do. I kind of do. That is the hard part about reading financial books. It's when they go into giving you an example, futuristic calculation of interest and just the cost of money, whether it's investing or debt. I tune out a little bit. I do. But when I look at my own debt, like my student loan of $2,700, yeah, if I paid them $50 a week, it could be gone by the end of the year. Like when I do that math, that makes sense. Um, like trying to figure out how to get $1,000 in my emergency fund. If I can make $250 a week, and if I make 500 for the week, but I live off of 250 and I save the 250, so I save 50% of my income. Yeah, it's awesome because it's just me. So me as the individual, but my income is my powerful wealth building tool, and I can save probably 80% of my income in investments. I could be really, really rich for just one person because of the way I've designed my income, where there's passive income, there is active income, there is commission-based income, and of course, the currency exchange rate of my income. Yeah, there's a lot that I can do. So there's that, because I don't really trade my time for money. It's talent for money and it's value for money. And then trading in the foreign exchange market, that is just, I haven't figured out what that is yet of what we're going through for the campaign. The campaign's supposed to be 100 trading days in the market to see how much you can grow your broker account from a certain dollar amount you start with to what you could end up with, typically trying to make 10% a day on your account. So that I haven't even started yet. Like I'm looking forward to that because of the trader account has, let's say, $100 in there and it grows 10% a day. And I don't touch the trading account while I work webcam, affiliate marketing, network marketing over here. The trader account grows. If I reach like $10,000, I take out two, And the 2 that I take out goes into the retirement account or my tax-free savings account, and that goes into Vanguard and Apple stocks or Microsoft stocks or whatever. But all the income over here I live off of. This is a lot of growing income happening because I put a certain amount in, I grow my account a certain amount, and what I take out goes right back into investments. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. That planning futuristic formula calculations boggles my mind. Not how much I'm paying on a credit card. I really don't care that Capital One is getting 19% of my money. I don't, because of the money that I have over here, they're not getting it. Like, that's the other thing about this whole financial journey thing. You decide who gets what money and how much and for how long if you decide that. If you only work a job, get paid every 2 weeks, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you don't do anything to bring in extra money over here, you're going to burn out because this resource burns at one candle length. And this candle length is burning over here, but you're not touching it. You need more candles to burn, all at different speeds, to keep this thing going. Like, you're going to need like a whole heap of candles, and they're all burn at different times. I don't know why people don't understand that. Like, they pick one candle, they burn it out, and they act like, I don't have a candle. And they don't make more candles. Yeah, like the whole candle metaphor is funny because when you trade in the foreign exchange market, the little lines you see, they are called candles, and they burn at different times. They burn real quick, they burn real short, they burn long, like it's the whole thing. But people and money don't seem to. I'm talking about like, I wish I had one to show I'm talking about, but it's okay. It's not even that part. It's just the fact that you need to access everything when it comes to money out there, not just one thing, because money is everywhere. I don't know why people only think they can only get money from having someone telling you need to be here from 9 to 5, and they'll pay you what they think they're going to pay you in that time frame, when the company itself has multiple things bringing in money into the company, and they pay you $15 an hour or $10 an hour or $8 an hour or $5 an hour, plus you have to work for tips. But the company itself, they got their stuff in other things everywhere, and they give you what they give you. I don't know why people do that. It makes no sense to me at all. Like, it really doesn't. Like, it makes no sense. This is why I still webcam. I still webcam because those companies fund all my other things that I do. Like, when I draw out a map of everything that I do, it's a giant web of stuff that's happening. And if I can get them all to work roughly all at the same time in a year, oh my God, that is awesome. Because my expenses are super low. Yes, I want to move out of this apartment. We've established that. Yeah, I do want my driver's license. I've established that. Yeah, I want to travel more around the world. I've established that because as much as I love my city, I need to take those transportations and go somewhere else. Like, because there's planes coming in the country, there's cars coming in the country, but I've only been on cars and buses most of the time. No, I need to hop on a plane. It would be really wonderful to hop on a plane and go somewhere every quarter. That would be amazing. Of every quarter, I plan a trip and I go somewhere. Because I would like more stamps in my passport. Like, I'm paying, so the whole passport, you pay like $150 for the passport, and you use it for a road trip? No, I don't like that. So I'm going to need more stuff on the passport. Because especially like if certain countries are making you get a passport, get stamps on the passport. I don't know why people can't do that. I really don't. It just makes no sense to me at all. Like Disney cruise, I want to do Disney. I want to do Thailand. I want to do every Caribbean island that there is. Like more places in the States. So there's 52 of them, but I've only been to 3. Wait, no, 4. Washington, New York, Austin, Vegas. Yeah, I've been to like 4, but I've stopped over in a few of them. This is the whole point where I get key change from every place that I visit. So there's that. So what else did we go through? Did anybody learn anything that's watching me still? Because I went through a lot of stuff. Like I thought I'd go through a checklist of my wins and losses, but it's a whole bunch of mixed mash stuff. And a majority of this is really about take care of myself and ignore everybody who doesn't believe in what I believe in because they're not in my head. They're not here. I have everybody's support system that I got right here. Yeah, like for the lessons of money, I have it covered. Like, oh, I got it covered. Like I do. Like everybody who talks about money and making money and paying off debt and what I need to focus on, I have it covered. I got a lot of people telling me what to do with my money. Like it's covered. It really is. I got a lot of people telling me what to do with my money. Okay, good. Awesome. Really? You made 5K from my advice, and I still haven't made. That's funny. Because I started off the year thinking I would make 6 figures from my efforts. I think for the whole year, I may have made $2,000. But somehow my advice got you to make $5,000. That is super rich because I have not made anything near my financial goals I set out for 2018. When it comes to income, I didn't make a lot of money. So that's super funny. Yeah, I didn't make a lot of money at all on my income at all. Like I didn't. I made like 2 grand for the whole year. Like me actively working webcam sites, money that's paid me for the year of 2018. I made like 2 grand and you've made 5. That's special. Yeah, that's the thing. Because it's not determined by time. It's determined by sales. You will spend a lot of time to make that kind of money. So my $2,000 that I've made, majority of it's done when I put in a lot of time. Well, here's the thing, like me telling you what I make is not in your bank account. What I make is in my bank account. What I make is for me. What I make is between me, my financial planner, and when I file my taxes. And how much I get from victims compensation because I survived a horrible crime. You, if you want to have a life of power and control and options, you're gonna have to work. This is why Maya B, she said she made 5 grand because that's what she wanted. She wanted to work, she wanted to make money, and her results were 5 grand. Exactly. So there's a whole thing that Dave Ramsey said it's a good place to go when you're broke is to go to work. I really should be doing that. Like, if anything for 2019, I got to change and I got to go to work. 2 of those things are advice from Dave Ramsey. And and the big thing so far with my debt payoff, one credit, actually, is it credit or creditor? One of my debts have been paid the minimum payment every month this year. That has not happened for me in a long time. where I consistently been paying one of my creditors on time every single month. This is where my credit report, when I go look at it, is changing because that's really the only scoreboard I know that I'm doing well. That and what comes into my bank account. So if you're taking points and trying to keep track of where you're successful, it's usually what comes in your bank account, what bills are paid on time, and did you eat food today? Like if you had a meal today, you're winning. There's that. Like there's that. Because grandma, she sent me with a giant bag of rice, 2 cans of corned beef, and a whole thing of frozen chicken that looks like a whole chicken, but it's a bunch of quarter chicken legs molded together because it's frozen. Yeah. That, I mean, that's how I learned it. I learned it. Yeah, like I learned webcamming by a horrible man that would literally like do like to get me online to work. If I didn't like and when I look back at that, I can't pinpoint. I was doing all the work financially. This man was not working at all. I'm trying to figure out how he managed the money to feed me every single day. And now I'm doing it by myself and I'm trying to figure out how am I supposed to have food every day and make money every day. Those are my two big things that I gotta do for the year. It's work every single day and make sure I have a meal every day. Like there's meal prep, but then there's actually being able to eat the meal every day. Like and I'm thinking that when you're going grocery shopping and you get in the mail, some of you guys may get in the mail, the flyers from all the local grocery stores near you. Somehow he would make the budget work to go to all the stores and get all the groceries and food was all the time. I gotta do that. I do. I gotta do that. I gotta figure that out. And then a win for me is my cell phone bill. It's on. People can actually call me on the cell phone bill. That's a big plus. The bill is not current, but the bill is lower enough that the phone service is turned back on. That's a win for me. And the internet. Same thing with the internet. The internet, the bill is still behind, but I've been figuring out how to send my internet and my cell phone bill $25 a week. So that means by the end of the month, the bill is paid and I don't have to worry about my phone and my internet because I need the internet for work. The internet makes me money, so I always have to make sure that. So like, and the credit card. I paid more than the minimum payment on the credit card for the month. So there's that. I've done that. I paid more on the minimum payment because the minimum payment on the credit card was right. I got the bill for January, so I paid that already. So $10 was this December, and then like $15 was January bill. But they end up getting like $40 on the credit card because I'm keeping the credit card. We're not closing credit cards. I'm not closing credit cards. So I'm keeping the credit card. But the fact that I was able to pay more than the minimum payment on my credit card is really, really impressive because when it comes to the money that comes in for webcamming, usually it's very, very low amount. Like if I can make $5,000 in a month from webcamming, a lot of things would get paid. Yeah, and then getting my hair done. This, oh my God, I am so impressed. It's not an Afro puff. It's not me in a wig cap. It's actually my hair, well kept, in a hairstyle that fits in my budget. So me getting my hair done is $85 for cornrows, wash, and sometimes I throw in a treatment for under $100. which is awesome. And this thing lasts me 4 to 6 weeks, roughly, depending on what pattern I braid up in my hair for it to last that long. And of course, yeah, I gotta buy the hair extensions because this is what makes it work. So buying the hair extensions, I buy in bulk. I go in with $50 and I buy as much hair extensions as possible that will space out for almost the whole year of getting my hair done. So all I have to worry about after I've spent the $50 on hair extensions and hair products, then going into the salon once a month to get my hair done, to spend $100, yeah, that's the lowest I could figure out how to get my hair done when it comes to I'm getting out of debt, I gotta make a budget, I need an emergency fund, like things like that. And I'm not following the Dave Ramsey plan exactly. It just I'm literally following baby step 1 to 3, and my baby step 4 is going to be 18% in my retirement account because legally in my country, that is what I'm allowed to do. Like when it comes to the retirement account in Canada and you file your taxes, the government tells you exactly how much percent you're allowed to maximize in your retirement account before the deadline of March 1st the following year. So March 1st, 2019, I would really like to have $5,000 in my retirement account, but I might not reach that goal because of my income. Yeah, like there's certain things I'm keeping. It's like if I want to leave and go to a different apartment and they check my credit and I choose not to have a credit score, I won't get that apartment. Like for the city that I live in, I'm more likely to get into an apartment that checks my credit than if I go into an apartment that's not checking my credit. And it's just the city that I live in. I look at the options of where I want to live that keep me close to my doctor's appointments and close to the subway line. And it's more buildings that check credit than buildings that don't check credit. And I'm not going to buy a house. So, like I said, the amount of financial advice is out there. It's everywhere. It really is. It's everywhere. Like I'm getting people inboxing me all the time about webcamming. And honestly, the job of webcamming, it's not that difficult. Find a webcam site, make your account, let them email your accounts available and make your money. That's what I did with the Webcam Club. Webcam Club, I've been with them since 2008. Whatever reason, I'm working on that website now. And I've just made payout. And the website is one of the smaller websites. But because I've been in this industry a long time and I know how to Google, oh my God, why can't you people Google to find answers of things? You want to work in an internet business, but you're going to message. Like if you took the time to Google me and my videos, you can take the time to Google to find a website to work with. It is that simple. It really is. Like webcam, log on the webcam, make your money. That's it. Like, oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, let's go through 2018. Okay, we can do this. We can figure out how much money I made this year. Let's try to figure out how much money I made this year. So these are all the pay stubs. Yeah, but let's see how much money we made. Hold on. Yeah, let's do the thing. Let's find out how much money I made. Let's find out. Let's find out. I'm going to do my calculator. All right, so, and I did that. Like every time I went to Money Mart, I put the receipt on the checks. So I also know how much money I lost by cashing my checks this year. So we're going to have to do that as well. Yeah. There's so many. Oh my God, I didn't look. Okay, here's a win. Checking how much money I made for the whole damn year. It's all here. Let's find out. Oh my God, I am so excited. Who's excited? Like, really? Okay, let me read comments again. The amount of people that are watching my videos for webcamming has increased drastically. Like summertime, my channel was at 500 subscribers. We're now 722 subscribers. So all my subscriber counts, when I wanted to get serious about money and loving money, and I finished reading the book, You Are a Badass at Making Money, and I was like, I've been really just believing a lot of advice that does not apply to me, I got serious. When I started following Laurel Langenmeyer, that I met in 2006. She was speaking in my city in 2006. I met the woman. I got this book for free, and then I'm back on following her YouTube channel, not her YouTube channel, her Facebook Lives, her webinar, on her email list. I realized, again, I'm following certain people's advice that do not apply to me. And it's because of how I make my money. The current way of how I make my money that is not dependent on my government victims compensation, I'm really just sabotaging a lot of my options. So, and then, yeah, like my books from Gail. I know I like picking up my books, but even Gail, like I met Gail and I asked her advice. At the time, I was like, sometimes this money comes in, sometimes it's a lot. What do I do with it? And yeah, so like, and I know if I called into Dave Ramsey to get advice, I won't get the best advice. I just won't. Based on my lifestyle and the way my money comes in, I won't get the best advice. I've seen it. I literally seen people call in who are reluctant to say what industry they're in, so they make up some other story and they don't get the best advice. When you're not honest about where your money's coming from and how your lifestyle operates, you won't be able to make the best financial decisions. You just won't. So, and this is, I really want to know what this is. Hold on. This is so special. Like really, this is, all right, let's add this up. Okay, so, because I'm impressed. I got that many for the year. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Right. Uh, okay. I don't know how many are here. I'm just adding them up. I'm just adding them up. I don't know how many are here. I this is literally the first time I'm looking at them for the year. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Really? I'm more shocked of like, oh, there's two attached. Why is there two attached? What was I doing? Oh man, hold on. I need a better system for next year to handle this stuff. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. And then the other one, how much is the other one? This is 8409. Really? Every time I go over $100, I'm impressed. What? I should really do this every year. Like, oh my God. What? Okay. What? What's this one? Really? Wait. What's the face value amount? Here's the annoying part about cashing stuff at Money Mart is that the currency exchange rate. So I gotta find the face dollar. What? Okay. Anybody want to guess how much I made for 2018 right here? Because the number's here. I'm looking at like I don't know how, but what? Okay. Yeah, yeah. This is not all the money. So this is all the checks from Streamate that they sent me for their, I believe, 2018. I gotta check in when I log in to my back office, and the two checks from iFriends are in here. So iFriends is in here, and Streamate's in here. But the I made. Wait, can you see this? Look, $897.25 American. Yeah, which is about 1,000. Wait, hold on. Let's do that. Times 1.30. Yeah, it's roughly 1,100. Really? Yeah. So it's almost, yeah. So I mean, I'm happy for every dollar I made, but to actually sit down, add up all the money you make, then you go through the budget to tell the money where to go in the budget, and then on top of that, I want to save a certain amount of money. Yeah, because I didn't think, like, my measuring of success, I was always comparing it to something or someone else. Not sit here and be like, this is me in a paycheck. Like, this is me in a paycheck. And to sit here and just add it up of this is what it is. This is, like, there's nothing I can run. I can't run from this. This is the company. They've sent me the check. I clearly went and cashed the check because all the receipts that are right here, like, we have a lot of receipts. This is it. Like, if we're gonna go with Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop receipts, they're all here. This is it. These are the receipts. This is what it means to make money as a cam model. No, I did not do like a lot, but I somehow managed to live off of $897 for 2018 because this is what it was. This is what it meant. Like, clearly, yes, money had to come in from other places, but I still had to tell $897 where to go and enjoy my life and get my hair done and do grocery shopping and do laundry and sometimes pay the phone bill on time or pay the internet bill on time. Like, yeah, like, yes, clearly we know I've been living off of credit. I don't, like, it's not like I improved my situation. I'm more facing my situation head on. There's no lying of what's happening right now. This is like, I look at my checks, this is what they are. I look at when I log on the websites, and that's what they are. That's it. Like, this is my electric bill. There's a credit on my electric bill for $232. I call them to get the refund. So what happens is my victim's compensation sends them $86 a month. Sometimes there's a credit on the bill. So at like December, when that bill comes in December, if the bill has a credit, I will call them and get a refund, but they're still getting their $86 a month. Some people call it a save, like I'm giving them free money or a savings, but you know what? It's not like me overpaying my electric bill really isn't a big of a deal if I can pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I want a refund, give me back my money. And they do. Like the check will show up sometime in January, and that $230 check will go into my emergency fund. Because as long as these checks come in regularly and bigger, like I didn't even look to see what the biggest check was that I got because I just added them up. But there's a couple checks that are like over $100 for the week. Like these checks come in weekly. So this was when they came in, this is what they were. Like I think that right now there's a check downstairs that's $35. That $35 check is going to pay bank fee and my renter's insurance or groceries because I still have $49 in my checking account that I'm waiting for the bank to take it for their bank fee and my insurance. And yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm paying bank fees. It's because of the service and features I get from that checking account, why I pay the $15.95 a month on that account. And because my money that comes in my bank account is US dollar checks, I'm going to have to go there and open up a US dollar checking account or savings account. Whatever account that they have as US dollar currency, that is no monthly fee. I'm going to have to open up my bank. And also it has to be a bank account that I can get wire transfers in US dollars in that account. And then also this year for me, I discovered that Paxum, the company that I wasn't really going to use, they finally sent me the MasterCard. It's not like a credit card MasterCard. It's an e-wallet. They will send the money to Paxum, the e-wallet. The e-wallet is on a MasterCard. I want my money, I have to take it off the MasterCard, which is essentially like a check cashing place, but it's an e-wallet company in the cloud. That card came in. They added a feature that I can ETF or EFT my money from that card to my bank account. So, because now I'm getting more available resources and access to my money, my debt of $7,800 could be paid faster because my paychecks are coming to me faster. So the whole 2018 was to organize everything. I literally know every movement of my money from my primary income source. And I'm not just living off of my compensation and thinking that I can't do anything because I only have disability. I'm not thinking that. I'm literally thinking, how can I pivot and launch and grow where my money comes in and everything has a job? Like this is groceries, this is medication, this is shoes, this is my hair, this is retirement. And then retirement money, it has to work in a certain way where it grows, with the market. I can't beat the market. The market has been designed over hundreds of years of people spending money in different things in companies. So the whole investments and trying to beat the market, I'm not going to beat the market. But what I do know is me not having children, me only taking care of myself, me being single, having probably 500,000 or more in my retirement account for when I'm 75 and older. Yeah. And I'm renting. And maybe older, The worst case scenario of being older and retirement age is having a home care nurse come in and take care of me while I'm older. My mom used to do that job. You know how many of those nurses had their patients leave them money in their will because they were the nurse taking care of them when they're older? I grew up watching that. Like I literally grew up my mom going into these people's houses and they had money and they would gift them money and they would gift them their will, like, and things like that. So it's not like I have to worry about where my money is going to go when I'm older. There's plenty of places who would take my money or I can give my money to. I just want to make sure that when I'm living, that I'm not stressed out of I don't have a place to live. The lights are not on. I don't have groceries. I don't have clean clothes. I don't have my hair done. Like, those are the main things. Food, clothing, transportation, my hair are really what I focus on. And my future self is not worried about food, clothing, and my hair. That's it. So that's the biggest thing I learned in 2018 is that it's not even about how much I'm making. I can always make more money. Like, I'm in a position to make more money. And yes, it is that simple as go to work, log on. Like, not logging on means you will definitely not make money. But logging on means you could make money. Because this is what happened when I logged on and I made something. Like, I logged on and I made something. That something became $897. US dollars. I know I gotta emphasize US dollars and Canadian dollars because Canadian dollars I have on me right now, this is all cash that I budgeted for the year. This is $215. That's it. This is what I'm living on. 2018, I'm living off of this. $215. And there's a check downstairs. So this will probably end up being $250 or $55 because I budget my money properly. Like, as little as it was that came in, I got cash in my hand. How many people can do that? Like, really, how many people that are low income, broke, disability income, trying to hustle, side hustle their income, and it's not making them huge amounts of money where they still have money in their wallet. I got 50s, I got 20s, I got 10s, and I got 5. Because I told my money where to go. I literally told my money where to go. I'm more happy that I told my money where to go and there's still money here. Like, wait, hold on. I told $897 where to go for the whole entire year, plus other money that's like digitally in my bank account or in my PayPal account to go places, or checks that I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on my check from StreamMate. I'm waiting on my check from Webcam Club. I'm waiting on my check from cams.com. I'm waiting on my check from X videos. That money gonna come in. But for what's here and still here, yeah. Like, fuck. I don't think I've ever experienced this because I've been unconsciously spending my money and not telling it where to go. But now that I'm awake, I'm fully like awake, telling my money where to go, we got money left over. No, there's no envelope system. This is it. This is my envelope system. This was a Christmas gift from my mom, like, more than 5 years ago. This is it. This is it. This is my system. This is my system. That is it. This is my system. And and then I go home and put things in the budget. So if let's say I put $5 on my bus pass, I know $5 on my bus pass because I get the receipt from the bus pass company, $5 added on to the bus pass. Let's say I want to buy a sub. Subs are usually foot long, $20. Yeah. I get the receipt. Then we got groceries. So groceries, I can roughly spend about $45 on groceries, sometimes 50. So then if I spend grocery money, I get the receipt. Then we got this left over. All right. My recreational spending, yeah. Sometimes, so the only thing like I don't really keep diligent track of is when I spend money on my miscellaneous spending. My miscellaneous category, I don't always have a receipt, but I know how much I put down. It's not like I don't know how much I put down, like I do. So if I want to throw my money at some recreational fund, this is where it goes. Like it's just gone. But I go into the budget and I'm like, because what happens when you do the zero budget? If I just spend my $50, when I go through the budget and all the stuff for the receipts and then the balance at the bottom, it'll say $50. If it's not in here, I know it went somewhere. Like it went somewhere. This is the whole point of having the receipts and then put it into the budget. And especially if you're doing a $0 base budget, but it says there's $50, you're gonna wonder where your $50 is. So if it's not in your bank account, if it's not, and it's not cash from your wallet or envelope system or wherever it is, you know you're supposed to have money somewhere. And especially if you didn't pull out the credit card. So like you would like going through the budget and money going in categories, you have to be accountable to say yes, it went in that category or no, it didn't. And because for it to go in that category, there's usually a receipt for that category. Like if you buy something at the liquor store, you know you could get a receipt. Like there's certain every store and takeout place always ask you if you want the receipt. So if you didn't walk away with the receipt and it's in the bottom of your bag, the money went somewhere. It's just what it is. There's always, like, even if you give them cash, they would always ask, do you want the receipt? Like I go to Money Mart and cash out my checks. There's a receipt. This is my paycheck. Like my pay stub is here. The check would be here. I rip off the check. Money Mart does their thing. They give me the receipt. I still got the pay stub. And then my cash is in my, like, there's, like, the whole thing about money and people not paying attention is because they don't want to pay attention. They really don't want to pay attention. Because the amount of stuff that say your money was last seen at this place, it's like the whole "you are here" map. That's pretty much how I see money. Like I do. Like that's just how I see money. Like, because the amount of receipts that I walk in the house with is a lot of receipts. Even if you go to the ATM and you deposit money into the ATM or you take out money from your ATM, it asks, do you want a receipt? You know you touch yes or no. You have to touch yes or no before they give you the card out of the machine. Like if you go to the ATM, you put your card in, you do cash withdrawal, you get your cash, then it says, do you want a receipt? Yes or no. You have to touch one of those buttons before the card comes out the machine. I don't understand how people are not paying attention to getting a receipt. Because you would get a receipt too with your credit card. You're in a restaurant. You get that little envelope coffin thing. There's a receipt in there. You put your credit card in there. Your receipt is still in there. Take the receipt. And then if you don't take the receipt, your statement says this is where your money has been spent the whole entire month. So if you didn't yeah, I don't know how people do this. I really don't, because it's like everything has a receipt attached to it. And you always have the option of saying yes or no, do you want the receipt? The only place that might not give you a receipt because they want to be a cash business is when you get your nails done at the nail salon. The nail salon is the only place that I know when it comes to spending money that will not give me a receipt. because they want to run a cash business because of the nail salon's business operations. Like, just like, I don't know, like, if people are not paying attention to that, they're really not paying attention, because I see it all the time. Like, I want to get my nails done, but I pay with debit. The nail lady at the nail salon looks at me and goes, "Oh, you don't have cash?" Like, and it's because of their business operation. Like, there's two of you here that are still watching me. Somebody must notice that. You go to the nail salon and they want you to pay cash because of their business operations. Everything else asks for a receipt. You go to the movies, you get a receipt. You, like, popcorn, receipt. Like, everything gives you a receipt. Nail salons, not so much. And it's because how they run their business. Because everything gives you a receipt. Like, if you're gonna give cash, get back the receipt. Keep the receipt, add the receipt to your budget. You know where that dollar went. And with Canada, which one did it? We don't have a penny. Right. We don't have a penny anymore. So because we don't have a penny, a lot of our money that we spend is rounded up. This is the annoying I hate about grocery shopping. So sometimes I've gone grocery shopping and I've given a nickel more than what the bill says. I gotta remember where that nickel went. So there's times where I've done the budget and I literally have to add a nickel because there's no longer a penny. So it's not down to the penny. It's rounded up to the next thing. Or like even this, I cashed this check for Money Mart and 131.59, but they cashed me 131.60. So I got back an extra nickel. But because the penny wasn't there, I didn't get the 59 cents. So there's that happening too. Like, we're spending more money in Canada. Like, we just are, which is, yeah. So for people not paying attention to where their money is going, it's because you don't want to. You really don't want to. You complaining you're living paycheck to paycheck is because you're not paying attention to where your money is going. Like, it's really, really just like that. Like, you can't complain you're broke because you're not paying attention. Yes, I am. I'm still here. I've been rambling on for like 90 minutes, trying to go over all my wins and losses of my budget and making money and a lot of financial stuff. And I went over and I added up all my receipts from all my paychecks for my webcam earnings. This added up to $897. I should have wrote it down. I didn't write it down. Maybe I'll do it again. Yeah, $897. And I don't use a cash envelope system. Like, all my cash is here. I know when something goes away, where is it going? Because everything gives you a receipt. They are. The nail salon is the only place that will not willingly say, "Do you want a receipt?" Like, and the thing is, when you're at the nail salon and you pay them debit, they have to charge you tax because of the debit machine. They don't want to. They don't. Like, you go in the debit salon and you have a debit card and they run up the bill. The reason there's tax on the debit machine in the nail salon, they have to claim it because of the contract they have with the debit machine. But that was my income for the whole year. $897 is this is the whole 2018. It's got to be bigger next year. We know that. But that means I got to work, which means I got to get up early and just get online and work. Yeah. But I have a lot of cash for 2018. So there's that. I mean, yes, 110, 125 is Christmas money. So this is Christmas money because stepmom gave me 20 bucks. I took the change from the cab that my dad paid for. Grandma gave me 100. I walked in the house with 90. So this was work. Like this is what I like. So if I didn't get Christmas money, I would have $90 until right now because I need to check the mailbox to see if there's a check in there. But yeah. And there's $40 in my bank account. But the $40 in my bank account has to go to my insurance and the bank fee for the month of January or December. I don't know. I hate December. I hate December for the whole entire budget because I get my compensation money twice in December. I get it at the end of November, then I get it again on December 20th because of the government and the way they process that money. And then January, I don't get anything for my compensation till the end of the month. So January, I have to hustle. Like, yeah, this is the thing about January. January, I need to work, and it's all because of getting double payment in December. Where January is I just need to stay online. And then the thing about January is funny. Other people will be like, oh, January is slow, but January has to make me money because I won't see any money until February 1st. So if I only look at my compensation money, my victim's compensation money, it comes once a month. I work with $75 after because of the amount of debt minimum payment. And that's probably the biggest fail is when I got my loan, my payday loan, I use it against my compensation check. And then I increased it in August. So my minimum payment's $378. That $378 comes out of my compensation. And then out of my compensation, I work with $70 for the month, which means I gotta make sure these checks come in so I can survive the month. Like having more money than month, it's only because where you're telling your money to go. Like if you have more month than money, you told your money to go somewhere that it's not supposed to go. Like when people are going on how they're broke and they have no money left over, where did you tell your money to go? Like I don't get that. I really don't. Of like, you're working 40 hours a week for the people that have a job that pay them every 2 weeks. Because this is typically the working people work. Even if you're working minimum wage, you're typically getting your paycheck every 2 weeks. Like the brief moments that I was working at a job that paid me when I had a T4 slip job, it came every 2 weeks. Even when I was working part-time at the movie theater on my feet all day, from Thursday to Sunday, that paycheck came in every 2 weeks. Like it was $8 an hour working the long weekend with a bunch of teenagers in the movie theater. That thing came in every 2 weeks. And I couldn't take it no more. So I quit that job. And then the job after that, of working in the call center. So I knew where the money was going. Like you're literally, if you're in especially if you're in a cubicle job, and the cubicle job in your cubicle has a calendar, you're really looking at the calendar to keep track of when the next paycheck is coming. You like in a cubicle job, you don't need to look at a calendar. You really don't. You don't. The cubicle job and having the calendar in your cubicle is so you can look at when your next paycheck is coming. Tell me anybody who has or had a cubicle job and there's a calendar in your cubicle, you're only looking at that calendar to figure out when the next paycheck is coming. And especially like holiday time, where we get paid time and a half. We work before the holiday and after the holiday. And if I worked a call center job that was 24 hours, like open all year round, we would get paid extra for working on the holiday. The whole entire time of looking at the calendar was to figure out when your paycheck was coming. It's not like you don't know when your paychecks are coming. You guys are in these jobs, literally staring at the calendar and watching the clock of knowing when your shift is over, when your next break is, and when your paycheck is coming. But you come home with your paycheck and you spend it on stupidness, and then you act like you're broke. But you know the whole entire time when your money's coming. I never know when my money's coming. Webcamming, the whole time, I'm literally just hoping to God they will send me a check. The whole time. Like every time these checks came in and I'm working for these checks, my whole stress is to make sure I make minimum amount in commissions so these show up. I never know when it's coming. I never, like, minus my disability compensation check that comes once a month, all the rest of the weeks of the month, I gotta make sure these come in. I do. And then I got my tax credit that comes in if it doesn't go to my student loan. Like, but working a job where it's minimum wage or paid by the hour, and you know every 2 weeks you're getting a paycheck, that math was easy. Like, it was just trying to get me through the next day until the next paycheck. Like, yeah, counting down the minutes of my break and the next paycheck. And then lunch. And then having people talk about me when I bought my lunch every day. It's not my fault I had this at home to come to where I'm able to be at a job and buy my lunch every day. Like, I knew that. Like, I had that option. I had that option. So if I have this plus a job, I have more money, more options. But I'm exhausted and mentally burnt out when I'm in that job environment. Home, this is it. This is it. Working at home, working online, it's just you and these. Like, it's just, this is it. But a job, you got coworkers, you got office, you gotta work with the office party, you gotta work with the Christmas party, the bowling league, all those stuff. When you're home, you choose everything. Like, I don't know why people make it so damn difficult on themselves. I really don't. Great. So, yeah, I'm going on for an hour and 30 minutes. If you watch this video this long, I'm impressed. Give me no thumbs up, because you're still here and you're still watching, you're still paying attention, you're learning stuff from what I have to tell you. I'm impressed. Because, yeah, sometimes it's just me just trying to, like, filter out all my thoughts I've had, because Christmas was not happy for me at all. It was not a happy Christmas. It's definitely going to be a happy New Year, because I'm going to stay home and work for New Year, because I really want to make sure that the first week of January, I do an income report video and we see how much money I've made for commissions. And then we do the budgets every month to figure out where did my money go? Because, yeah. And then, yeah, hopefully you guys can learn something about it. Doesn't really think about the money and budgeting. It's not about how much you're making. It's really not. It's where are you telling your money to go and getting receipts to prove your money went there. That's it. Like, if you don't have receipts to say this is where my money went, you're doing something wrong. It's that simple. Because your money goes somewhere and leaves you a note. I was here. You gotta look at it that way. Your money is leaving you a note. I was here. If you don't collect that note and read that note, you're not even paying attention. You're not. Like, I could really go over this more, but it's really that simple. Your money leaves you a note saying, I was here all the time. Like, I was here, I paid your car note. I was here, I paid the credit card bill. I was here, I paid the rent. I was like, yeah, it's not like the money is gonna be like, I don't know where I went. I mean, yes, I remember there's times I've seen money dropped in certain places. I would go out to the club and I can't believe somebody just dropped you. Like I remember being in the club and I found $20 on the ground. It was the best moment ever. It does. Like, look, the credit on my hydro bill of $232.41 means I sent them too much money. Hydro is a big ass company. I'm gonna get my money back. They left a note. Like, yeah, they left a note. They left a note. The bet, like even this one here. So the check was $43.80 American. It converted to 54.63 Canadian. Money Mark took $8.90. I walk away with $45.75. The $8.90 says I'm not coming back. That's how you read the note. Like that's how I read it. Every time I walk in and cash my checks, and I give them the pay stub, and they give me the receipt to tell me this is what we did with the money. Like this is what happened. I walk away at $45. Great. But I'm really wondering where my $8.90 went because it's never coming back. So this needs to be in a system where I have more of my money. I know that for 2019. The only way that will work is I make sure that my emergency fund of $1,000 is there so I can hold more of my money. So when I do pay, what would I pay in a month? Right, the internet bill, the cell phone bill, those things. Like, yeah, and then retirement. So like, yeah, your money leaves you a note everywhere it goes. It does. Like, even when you get your paycheck and you pay your work insurance plan if you're doing that. You know your money went there. Your taxes, you know your money went to taxes. Taxes is the biggest note you can get of where your money has to go and you have no choice in the matter. Like whether you owe taxes or get a refund, you know it's happening. Like I've yet to find a person who doesn't know if they owe taxes or they get a refund because everybody's chasing down a refund and everybody's trying to hide when they owe taxes. Makes no sense. It's the same bill. Just one is plus and one is minus. That's it. Like, yeah, I again, there's just certain things about people that do about money, and I don't know why they act like, oh, I'm not responsible. When you signed it up for it, you just by being in that country, you signed up to agree to what the country does with money. And then you get your own money and you fling it around like you don't care. So if you look at money as taking care of your room, it's kind of like that. Like I know my room's a mess. I'm well aware. I know I gotta clean up my room. Like I'm well aware. But you're gonna have to look at money the same way. Because really, people really should be having a good amount of money in their bank account. Like at least over $100. But some people can't even hold on to $100 in their bank account. I don't know how, but some of you guys can't. Like, and it's only because you're not paying attention to where the money went. And you're not reading the receipts. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to get the receipt to figure out where your money went. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's just, all it is just extra pieces of paper that you have to remind you where your money went. Like, yeah, it's just extra. It's just extra, like, I don't know. I'm looking like, I really didn't look at this till just now. Like, I'm so mesmerized by what has happened. Like, yeah. I mean, I know the money could be more, and that's easy. That's an easy fix. Making this more, like, it'd be nice if like StreamMate pays me every week. So that means that we should be like 2019, I should have 52 of these for 2019. But this year, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 of these. So this is pretty much 3 months worth of checks. I need 52 minus 12. I need a calculator. Hold on. 40. That's, yeah. When you look at it that way, for what happened for the year, I got 12. I should have 52. So I'm missing 40, which means that's a lot of money that I'm missing, especially if every, hold on, 97 times 3. Okay, I feel like I'm missing for the year $1,700 because I didn't get a check every single week for the whole entire year of 2018. Which means I gotta make sure 2019 I get 52 checks for the week. And it's not about the dollar amount. It's just the fact that 52 weeks, each week, they send me a pay stub of what I made for that week. I need 52 of them. So if they're all 20, if they're all $20 that I earned for the whole 2019, that's 1,040. The dollar amount's fine. Just I need 52 of these. The minimum amount of money that they would be when they send it to me is $20. But I want 52 of these. I only got 14. I need 52. Yeah, like that's what we're working on. Like this is how I look at the year. It's not even about my debt. It's really not. It's about the whole picture. So I went through the whole picture of what went wrong and didn't go wrong and what I learned in 2018. For 2019, I mean, I can't get any more from iFriends, but I will. I'll get one more from iFriends. I'll get my final check from iFriends in May. But that's it. iFriends, they're out of business. That's it. They're gone. Like there's no more iFriends. Like it's sad. I only got 2 of these my whole entire lifetime of that company. But I need 52 from StreamMate. I need 52 from StreamMate. So the worst case that could happen on getting 52 checks from the year for 2019 from StreamMate is each check is $20, which is $1,040 for the whole year. Like, if we're gonna go on how much do I make income? If I get 52 of these at the minimum dollar amount, which is $20, they send you a check. Yeah, it's $1,040. That's it. But I also work 4 other websites, or 5. The reason I say 4 or 5 other websites, I don't know if I'll work the phone sex website, Night Flirt. Night Flirt, minimum paycheck for them is $10 once a month. That means $120 for the year that I should be making at a minimum basis to get a check every single month. Yeah, because the way I look at it too is that, great, StreamMate pays out weekly, but I have to make the minimum threshold amount of $20 for a check. So it could take me the whole entire month to make $20. Because I look at it, I have the whole month to get that one company to send me a check, depending on how long it takes me to make the payout threshold amount. Because Webcam Club, Their minimum for check is $50. That check that they've sent out yesterday, that should be arriving any week now in the mail, that's all I got for the year. But I didn't work that much, because I don't get paid by the hour. I only get paid by sales. So I'm looking at frequency of these companies paying me. If their standard minimum is every 2 weeks, that means 26 checks. But it could be less checks based on how long it takes to make payout. Like these are 14, but it should be 52. That means there's 40 checks in the year I didn't make. Like it's I don't know why people make it complicated, but I broke it down. I hope you heard that part. I broke it down in the most simplest way possible of how I look at my job and how I look at my paycheck schedule and how I look at the minimum dollar amount that I could make from these companies. It still got pay bills. And it does pay bills, because it did. Like, it's not like you're not, that's the thing. Even if you make a little bit amount of money, it's not like you're not going to spend it. You're still going to spend it. Like, I don't know why people act like money is not everything, when even if you have a little bit of money, you're going to spend it. If you have a lot of money, you're still going to spend it. At least know where the money went, whether it's a little bit of money or a lot of money. Know where it's going. I know where all this money went. I don't have a budget because I didn't do a budget the way it's on my channel for 2018. I literally started doing an open public budget on my channel in December. And doing that budget in December, I did not want to do the budget in December because I was already tracking my money the way I've been tracking it on my regular system. Now that I'm tracking my money, I'm tracking my income, I'm tracking my budget, I'm tracking paying off my debt, I'm tracking my investments, and I'm sharing it with all of you, should show you that it does not matter how much money you're making. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I made $897 for the year that I know of right now. I didn't track everything that I do. There's still money out there that I got to track to figure out how much exactly I made for the year. But these are just the receipts that I have right now to know that, hey, you made money this year. This is what it looks like. So for me to gather everything, that's a whole nother video. It really is. But to gather what I have right now at hand to prove to you, hey, I made money. This is how much I made. It's not about how much. It's really not. Like, the how much is based on how much I work. So I log off, I decompress, I go make myself some food, and I get online. Right now, this check on StreamMate that's sitting at $12 in earnings needs to be over 20 for them to mail me the check next week. I gotta work online. And it literally ends Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is Sunday, Greenwich Mean Time, based on the way the time schedule works on that website every week. So from now until Saturday night, I stay online. That check could be any dollar amount. It could be over $100 by the end of the week. I don't know. I won't know. I only know when I log off, go on the websites, stay on, make my money, what I can make. And I've been averaging, sometimes I've noticed when I work webcam on StreamMate, for my billing rate, people are staying an average of 7 minutes, where I'm making an average of $20 for 7 minutes, which is kind of awesome. So I'm trying to figure out how to make $20 from a 7-minute paid chat show for 8 hours in the day. That means it ends up being like 120 for the day. So because I'm not paid by the hour, I need to find other metrics to figure out how to calculate my rate per hour so that I can have an average paycheck every single week, where money comes in every week, where bills get paid on time, and get back that to the level, which It's different now that I'm older. When I was younger, I would just log on and use my young energy and make all the money I can. But now that I'm older, I gotta like figure out a routine and a schedule and a habit that works where I'm using the most energy I can when I can, but it's maximized in a way that the month looks really good when I'm done working. Yeah. And then when the money comes in, I don't go spend it as quick as like that's the other thing too. I don't need to spend my money as fast as I get it. Because just the day it takes to walk downstairs to the mailbox, then come upstairs and see if I have bus fare to run down to a money market, cash my checks, or walk over to the bank. Yeah, like the money can go away between like here and there. There's wine rack, there is Starbucks, there is Tim Hortons, there is Subway. My money could be spent before I even get to the bank because all the places you can spend money that are just right there. And it's walking distance. It's not like I'm driving, it's walking. And then the homeless people begging for change, like all of that. So this is where like holding on to your money is really a good thing. It's not like you have to go and spend all your money because you have the paycheck in your hand. You can hold on to it. You can pretty much hold on to a paycheck up to 90 days for each paycheck to be valid. Each paycheck, when you get it, there's a little note on there that says valid for 180 days or valid for 90 days. You don't have to spend all of it all in one go. You don't. And then if you deposit in your bank, it can stay there as long as it needs to. I mean, yeah, it'll go away because of bank fees. But if you're in a banking account that has no bank fees, your money is not going to go anywhere. Like there's certain bank accounts that have zero bank fees. You put your money in there, you don't have to touch it. You really don't have to touch it. I don't know why people need to feel like they need to touch their money and go spend it as fast as it becomes available. You don't. You really don't. Like, enjoy having the money as long as you can of not being spent. That's the other thing about this whole debt-free journey thing. You don't have to spend the money that fast. Yes, your bills want to get paid on a certain date in the month. Awesome. I've also put it in my calendar that every 11th of the month, I spend money on myself. Like I literally planned it in the day. I put me spending money on me as like it's a bill, like it's due on that day of the month. And it's more because I'm born on February 11. So I've determined that every 11th of the month, I will spend it on me because the cell phone is due on the 23rd. The internet's due on the 23rd. Credit cards due on the 19th. Insurance is due on the 31st. Bank fee, rent, insurance, rent, all due on the 1st. Everybody in the month that's a bill all has their own damn day every single month. I want mine. So I picked the 11th. And also with the 11th of the month, there's no other bill due on the 11th of the month. So that means the 11th of the month is always going to be my day. So whether I have to call a company, no, you gotta repeat that question because I don't understand your question about $12 a day webcamming. No, yeah, you have to rewrite the question so it's actually a question I can answer because I don't remember what I said when I was talking about it, and I ran onto a different topic related to spending money and making sure I spend money on myself, where a certain day out of the month is my day to spend money on me that has nothing to do with paying bills or paying off debt. Like, yeah, like I literally put it in the calendar. Every day of this month, I spend it on me and nothing else. So your comment about webcamming, $12 a day, I don't know what that is. I don't understand the question. So rewrite the question so I can understand it, so I can better answer the question. Like I know, like I broke down of how I look at how I have to make money, where I need to make sure that every webcam company that I work with pays me at least minimum once a month outside of their regular payout schedule. Some websites, they have a payout schedule that pay weekly. Some have a payout schedule that pay every 2 weeks. And some have a payout schedule that they pay monthly. But to pretty much get everybody to pay me for, yeah, I know. Yeah, I always talk about the minimum payout. The minimum payout amount is your most important thing to stick to. Is reaching minimum payout, making sure everybody pays you a check. Because if you can't make the minimum payout for being a webcam model, you should not be a webcam model. That's how I look at it. Like, to determine your success of being a webcam model, you need to make the minimum payout amount. I hope that's really clear, because I want to make sure you guys get that. Oh, that's my current check. The $12 is my current commissions on StreamMate for this paycheck of how much I made so far based on how many days I've worked so far. Like, so that means that when I actually logged on to work StreamMate, I made $12 and then I stopped, which is probably sometime before Christmas. Because I was trying to make it during, StreamMate had a holiday bonus week where if you made $25 over, they would give you a 30% bonus. I only worked $12 that week. So what that means is it rolled over to this paycheck week. So on the 29, let me go to calendar. Right, 27, right, 29. So 29, 8 p.m. It needs to be over $20 for StreamMate to send me that check. Again, see, it goes back to the minimum payout. Like, you're looking at, I'm at $12. I'm looking at, I need to make sure this check is over $20 so they will pay me. Like, which, I have checks in here that are that small. Where is that? Nope, that's iFirms. Okay, this is 32. This is 34. Hold on. What's this one? 84, 57, 26, 27, 23. 34. Okay, these checks are the smallest amounts. So this check was $23.51. It reached the minimum payout amount. Because the minimum is $20. Because it's $23.51. They sent it to me. That's how I look at it. Like, yeah. Like, basically, it's worth it for them to print the check if it's over $20. Like, this check is 35. Wait, not 35. This is 34. This is 34.59. This one's 27.63. This one's 26.17. This is 34.88. This is 32.34. See what I mean? They're over 20. They sent it to me. Like, this is 57.35. This one's 118.54. Like, I'm only concerned when I log on is the minimum. What is the minimum? They'll send me a check. What is the minimum that I know they will cut me the check, send it to me? I can get groceries. I can do bus fare. Like, I can probably pay $10 on an internet bill. Like, this is how I work. And that's the thing too. If you're behind on bills, but you know you can make sure your minimum checks are coming in, you can promise them promise them a piece of every paycheck until the bill is paid. Like, It's really easy. I don't know why people are not budgeting the smallest amount of money that they know the company will pay them and budget that. So when the bigger checks come in, you already know what to do with the bigger amount. Like you go down the list and then you pay the minimum you can on everybody. Anything left over, you go back to the list and pay everything again. But that's a whole nother discussion. Like, yeah, like this check said $139. But the minimum they agree to send is 20. So yeah, it's not about that, hey, this check's at $12. They're not gonna send it to me at $12. They'll send it to me at 20. They gotta like it needs to reach 20 and they send it to me. Like, yeah, it's really that simple. It really is. And then cams.com won't send me anything until it's 50. Night Flirt won't send me anything until it's at 10. Webcam Club won't send me anything until it's 50. Flirt for Free won't send me anything until it's 25. Like that is all that's when I log on, that is what I focus on. I log on StreamMate, I need to make sure I'm making $20 every single time. $20 every single time. Whether I make $20 every day, or if I make $20 every hour, or I make $20 every week. It's always log on StreamMate, make $20. And it's based on your payment method too. Like StreamMate has other payment methods. So if I chose the payment method to get paid by Paxum, that is $100. So when you change your payment method in the company and it's a higher minimum amount, your goal becomes a different goal. Because StreamMate's basic, smallest amount is $20 and checks come to me easily from that company, I focus on the 20. So not only is just focused on the minimum payout amount, it's focused on the minimum payout amount that is the most easiest for you to get paid from these companies. Like, I hope you understand that too, because it's part of that. It's not just, oh, making the minimum payout amount. It's making the minimum payout amount with the less stress of you getting your money. Like, that's just how it works. Like, when you're working in this industry, you want to be able to work with companies that have payment options that you are comfortable using, but you're comfortable also working there until you make that payout. Because like Webcam Club, it took me a while to get the $50. I wasn't hurting for the $50, but I made the $50. They sent it to me. I'm waiting for it to show up. Once it arrives, I'm happy with that company. I go back and work. So that's the other thing too, is you start a website, you work to the minimum payout, and then once that first check comes in, that stress if this company is legit is out of your brain. All you gotta do is go back on and go to work. Like it's really, like, I broke it down in the most simplest systematic way. All you gotta do is log on and go to work. Like, you just choose companies that you're comfortable with their payment options and you're comfortable with their pay schedule and you're comfortable with their minimum payout amount, and you get majority of your money in your pocket that you can live. Like, that's it. So we're at 2 hours now. I don't think I got anything more to talk about. Unless people have questions, now's the time to place the questions in the chat box. I will happily answer these questions. But that's my 2018. I gotta make more money. I gotta make more money when I get more checks. I have to go to my bank to see about their US dollar banking account so I can get wire transfer sent in US dollars to the US dollar bank account that will cost me the least amount of fees as possible, because wire transfers, getting paid for wire transfers from these companies, you're paying almost twice. So the company, their bank, tells them to send a wire, costs them a certain amount of money. That money comes out of your paycheck. Then the wire money goes to your bank account, and then your bank account says, for us to put that money in your bank account, they want to take some money. My bank wants to take $17.50. Yeah. So there's this whole thing gotta work out. This is why I get checks most of the time. Like, if I get a check, it goes into my bank, they hold it for 30 days. There's no fee on that transaction. The fee only happens on my monthly fee for one of my bank accounts. But it's for the whole thing. If there was no money in my account, I'd still pay $15. While Money Mart, they take a fee on every check. So I'm gonna have to add that up to figure out how much money I lost for the year and figure out how I'm not gonna do that, because yeah, I don't want to, which is part of the reason why I collected, like I kept all of these so I can add up how much money I made for the year, how much money I lost in fees, transaction fees, and then what is the Canadian dollar value amount for all my checks, so I know my true dollar value of how much I made for the year. Because every time these checks came in and they got cashed, the currency exchange rate was different every time I walked in to the store to cash a check. Yeah, so there's that. So we're gonna have to do, those are the whole thing, is making sure I don't pay a lot of fees and keeping my money, plus on top of that, budgeting my money and then saving my money and paying off all my debt that I owe. It's a whole thing. It really is. It's more than just making the money. It really is. Like, it's really more than just making the money. Like, making the money I can do. Like, I'm not worried about making the money. I'm worried about when the money comes in, how much of it do I actually hold on to? That's where I'm at. That's literally where I'm at right now. So I'll do that on another time because I'm a little tired. I talked for 2 hours straight. And yeah, and I don't see any questions popping up. So I think everybody who's here has learned something. And I'm glad you're all here listening to me. It's kind of cool. But we're going to have to make sure I have more money in my savings account, my investments. Like, yeah, I want my net worth to be really, really high. And I have a goal that I want to have $120,000 in my Freedom account, which is also my FU money account. Because for me, I know if I can have that kind of money sitting in my savings account, that everything's taken care of. So if I can have 120 in my account, just sitting there waiting for anything to happen, I'm good. Like, it's also that, like, this is where I'm at. Like, yeah, I made money. I'll put it back in this wonderful envelope. Good, they all fit. And yeah, like, it's really not that hard. It's really not. Just make your money, keep your money, invest your money, and don't give all your money away to other people. Like, that's it. Like, you work so hard for what you have. Other people don't need to be touching it. Like, I want to touch my money myself. Like, yeah, like, I want more of this on me than anything. Yeah, because that's really what it's about, is having as much as your money on you as long as you need it until you're ready to use it. Like, the longer you hold on to your money, the more secure you are. And you can't tell me this is not important. This is like, because it is. Like, it is. I can buy groceries. I can buy alcohol. I can go bus fare. I can buy shoes. Oh, right, I need shoes. Yeah, I need clothes. I don't think I can buy clothes right now because it's not yet in the budget to buy clothes. But yeah, this is where I'm looking at my money like, okay, I already got my hair done. I could use a manicure because my toes are just, yeah, we're not going to go there. But there's just certain things that are like, this would take care of and make my life a little bit easier. It would. It would make my life a little easier with this. I remember one time I did a video, I only had $5 to my name. Now I got 215. I had one $5 bill to last me almost a week and a half at one point in time when I made a video like this. And now I got, I'm actually sitting here flipping through money and it's making that noise that it does when you flip through having money in your hand. Like it really, and I have money from every denomination that we print in my country. I don't think they do hundreds anymore. They do 50s, they do 20s, they do 10s, they do 5s, and the $2 and the $1, they're coins. And I don't think I have $1, $2 coins, but I got bills. So this is options. Like this is options. Like I don't know why people are gonna act like, oh, money's not important. Really? You know what you can do with $215? The amount of things I know I can do with $215 that will make my life a little easier, and people are going to try to tell me that money is not important. You're full of it. You really are. Like, really. Like, there's no, like, I'm going to be like, oh, no, this is not important. This is groceries for the week. Like, if I shop really, really well on $50, I'm good for like 4 days of groceries. $215 in a grocery store, I'm good for like almost 2.5 weeks. And you're going to tell me money is not important. You're full of it. Because there's no way that you're going to tell me that $215 is not important, especially when you have to eat food every single day. Every single day you got to eat food every day, which means you're going to need this. Just for the mere fact you have to feed yourself, you need this. Because tell me who's really going to go out there and not have a dime to their name and still eat a proper meal? Yeah, you need money. I want, like you do. Like, and I want more of this. I want more of this, like, able to grab right out of my purse. I want, I'd like, so like the big thing would be to have cash on hand, like $200 or more on hand, and as much as I can find in the bank. Because that'd be great. Like, because I have to really watch my money right now. I can't go run out and go spend this. But if I make more money for 2019, I stick to the budget, I reduce my debt, it would be really, really great to have a good amount of money in my hand where if I want to go buy lunch right now, I can go buy lunch and it won't affect anything else in the budget. Like me buying lunch feeling like, oh, it's so expensive, I really can't afford to, is because there's other things in the budget that need to be paid for before you do takeout. Like whenever you feel like something is too expensive, it's because your priority of things that need to get paid are in the wrong order. That's what I know about doing the budget. Because I want to be able to buy my lunch or buy dinner whenever I want without worried about other things in the budget. That's what the budget does for you. If you want to do takeout every single day and have the money you need to take care of your rent and your electric bill and your car note and all that stuff, you need a certain amount of money coming in to take care of all those things. And then, yeah, maybe you could say money is not important because you have enough money coming in to take care of every line item in your budget. But I'm getting people that are low income, no income, trying to say money is not important, but they can barely feed themselves every single day. You're full of it. If you can actually healthily take care of every financial need that you have for an individual without actually going into debt, stressing yourself out, know everything is taken care of, yeah. But money is important. There's no way in hell that people are going to tell me that money is not important and that they're living the great life. Because everybody who says money is not important are the ones who are not living a great life. Yeah, you guys need to stop saying that message because you're just lying to yourself, and I don't believe it. And a lot of people don't believe it. So I'll leave it at that. I'm good. I'm running on 2 hours now. I'm good. I went through everything. If you watch the replay, if you come this far, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear you. But I'm letting you know right now, I'm about making more of this. And next year, 2019, it'd be nice to have a handful of this in American dollars. That's also be nice. Where like I literally have this in a 50 Canadian and in a 50 American, just sitting in the house, waiting for something to happen that I have and is comfortable. Like, you know how great that would be to have $200 in Canadian and $200 in American, like right here in my hand at the same time, and I'm good. Like, yeah, like that would be awesome because I make money that way. Like all of these, they're American dollars first. Then they become these Canadian dollars. I thought it'd be nice if I go in and I take out American and I take out Canadian. And my American is more valued in my country. So then I'm able to take care of more things with that money. But there's no way in hell people are going to try to tell me that money is not important when they can't even feed themselves every single day. Like, if you're going to tell me money is not important right now and you can't go into a grocery store and buy like $100 worth of groceries, I don't believe you. I don't. Like, for somebody to tell you money is not important, you need to be able to walk into the store and buy $100 of groceries right now. When you can do that, fine, I might listen to you. Because the amount of people that can't do that is a lot more than that can. And the ones that can, they know money is important. To walk into a store and spend $100 on groceries by yourself, it's a challenge. It really is. It is a super challenge. And not like buy $100 of groceries because you have a family of 4. No, buy $100 of groceries because you can buy $100 worth of groceries. I need somebody who can do that in my life. Walk in, drop $100 worth of groceries, and walk out and not even blink. Because how many people can do that? Really, yeah, the list of people that I know that can do that is very, very small. Because, yeah, like I've seen people in the grocery line. They're not spending $100 of groceries in one go. They're not. Like, they're literally script. You can tell, like, by the people in the grocery store and the way that they shop, they're not able to throw down money on groceries as quickly as people with money who know money is important at all. Like, they're just not. Like, I see it all the time. Like, you can't tell me. Because the same, I come out the grocery store, there's somebody standing out there with a sign begging for money for food. How is not money not important? Like, if the basic place of getting your food and people are out there, where one lady is in there, she literally walked out, flashed a receipt that was not from the store, and took the groceries that she did not pay for. And you're going to tell me money is not important? If money was not important, that lady could have bought the groceries that she stole from the grocery store in front of me. Yeah, like it's, yeah, like, yeah. Like, she's stealing groceries and I spend $45 on groceries and you're going to tell me it's not important? Because that's the first thing you take care of is food. It really is. It's food. Like, yeah. So I'm done. I'm good. I'm going to have to log off. So we're all right. I know I am. If you're really trying to like look at the dollar amount that I made and think, oh, I'm not successful, you're really looking at the wrong picture. You really are, because I can make money whenever I want. I can make money whenever I want. It's when that money comes in, what does it do for me? That is where I focus on. Because I can really work 40 hours for the week. Great. But me working 40 hours for the week does not guarantee any dollar amount of money. It's not about the time that I work. It's about how much and where does it go when it's here. So I'm good. All right. So thanks for everybody that's been watching. I know I rambled on for the last little bit on a thing, but I wanted to get over that because the stuff I've been seeing in the whole financial community about people trying to act like money is not important, they're lying, because it is. Because everyone's budget, they're trying to cut down how much you're spending on groceries, when really you don't need to cut down how much you're spending on groceries. You're eventually going to eat all that food. It's not like you're not going to eat the food and you're not going to spend the money. You're going to spend money and you're going to eat the food that you're buying for groceries. Those are two things that are always going to be spent. But the way people are trying to cut down on the grocery budget, like it's the evil part of the budget. It's not. It's the energy you need to go out there and go make more money. It is. Like, it really is. And like with meal prepping and freezing meals and trying to cook enough food that'll last you a couple meals for the week, you might as well spend as much as you can and do all that meal prep. Because especially when you're not going out to dinner, you're spending more money on groceries, and then you turn around and try to act like you're spending too much on groceries when you need the energy from the food to go out there and go to work. Because I don't look at my grocery budget as something I need to cut at all. I don't. I really, like, my grocery budget is not one of those things I need to make a smaller spending on groceries when the price of food is getting there high expensive. Like, no, I want to be able to walk in, buy anything in that grocery store that I want, and walk out and never look at the price of groceries. That is my financial goal, where I walk into a grocery store and I never have to worry about how much something is going to cost me in the grocery store, because I'm going to eat the food. I'm there to make sure that I'm taking care of myself when I walk into a grocery store. The first point of self-care is groceries. Great. I take care of my groceries. Then I come home and do laundry. That's the next point of self-care. So that's the next thing. When I buy clothes, the clothing items I buy, I don't worry about the price on the clothes that I buy, and the clothes that I buy last long enough where I don't have to buy them all the time. That's it. So that's it. That is how, like, yeah, like with money and the way I look at money in those two things, the categories that I spend, is because you need clothes, you need food, you need a place to live. Those are three things I don't really focus on how much it's going to cost. Like, yeah, transportation, I'm good with the public transportation. Yes, I want my own car, but I may not buy a car. So there's that. I'm in a city where I can do car sharing. I'll do car sharing. If I really need a car to get out of the city, I'll do the car sharing. I probably won't do Uber, because there's certain places I want to go where I want to be able to go there on my own schedule. Yeah, I don't really want to wait for an available Uber that might be going to that location. I don't want to worry about that. So that's the only thing I look at. Car is another thing I want to accomplish where, like, it's just, I'm happy to pay that price because it serves me well in my life for a certain period of time. Yeah, when you look at your basic needs that you have to take care of, it's not really, sometimes not about cutting down those things down to the bare minimum at all. Cell phone, internet, that's a little bit different. Like, yeah, but now my cell phone and internet's becoming into a borderline necessity, because the internet makes me money and the cell phone keeps me in contact with a certain amount of people. And yeah, but that's it. It's not even like I need a whole list of things to spend money on. Like, to take care of me for the whole year is probably 30 grand for the year of taking care of just me and all my stuff that take care of me. That's it. So no, I'm not going to stress over that this category is spending too much money. I'm just not. Make more money, have more money in savings and investments, because the future is going to be expensive. There's no way nobody's going to tell me that the future is not going to be expensive. The price of everything is going up. And we have no control over that. And the only thing we can control is making more money. That's it. Like, more money coming in, price of stuff is going up. So there's certain costs of things that we can never control the price of, that we shouldn't worry about cutting down certain items to, like, between making more money and starving myself, I'd rather make more money and not starve myself. Like, that's just, yeah, like, yeah, like, this is what I've discovered for the whole 2018. Just certain items I'm going to spend my money on because it takes care of me. It's about self-care, it's about self-preservation, it's about taking care of my well-being. And there's certain things where that's just the cost of it. Great. So the price tag on yourself is what you need to focus on. Everything else, you can decide yes or no. But the cost of you should never be a debate. It should just be what you do because it takes care of you. So if you've watched this far, my extra rant where I really should have logged off, yeah, because that is really what I learned for 2018. It's I should be happy and proud of taking care of me at whatever cost it takes to take care of me. It's not even about the health part yet. It's literally about maintaining me at a certain level where I can live out a certain lifestyle because I choose me first. So that's the other part of the budget that I'm going through that people are probably don't see because they're worried about trying to cut off this to pay for that. When no, what is your quality of life that you're going through where you're comfortable when you walk into a certain place and you're spending money where it's about taking care of you? And then if you have children and things like that, that's a whole nother category. Because I grew up thinking that me was too expensive and I was a burden because of how much things cost of money. And I'm learning that now on my own. It's just what it is. So great, you have to work a little overtime so you can take care of yourself so you can actually get up in the morning to go to work. But I'm not going to run myself stressing out ragged to pay off debt collection people or a high interest payday loan when I need to take care of myself. Because they don't care if I'm not well, but they want their money. I want to take care of me first before I go take care of somebody else trying to say, oh, I owe them money for this service or this, whatever it is. I take care of me, myself, and I first. And I'm getting back to that. That's the whole thing. What I learned from 2018 is getting back to taking care of me and focusing on me or what I need to get taken care of and never have to explain to anybody else. So if you look at my budget and think I'm spending on some category too high, good for you. It's my money. It really is. My money goes in the place it needs to go, and it goes to me first. Everything goes to me first. Like, this is where I look at my budget. Where do I spend on me that I want to spend more of, or that I can spend on less frequently in the year? Most of the stuff in my budget, I don't even need to worry about and look at it and cut out because it really depends on what I need for myself in that time, in that budget. I don't even know if people are looking at that in the budget because of what I've been seeing, but that's what I've noticed. It really is. It really, yeah. Because take care of yourself. Like, make sure you have a place to live, make sure you have a place to go to work, and then just make your money and make sure it goes into places that have value and worth that enhance your quality of life. Because it'd be like, it would just really suck if you're making all this money to not enhance and grow your quality of life. I don't know why people are not doing that with their money. And that's the other thing about it. If this is supposed to be a resource that we use to grow and not even, it's not about consumerism. It's really just about keeping yourself whole and well that require money. And it does. It's just what it is. So yeah, yeah. That's the last message I got for you right now. I'm good. So I'll see you on the next one. Smooches.